before I get started up with this next episode, I just wanted to have some quick thoughts of initial impressions of the first, I guess, conflict experience, and what they did very well, and the reason I probably died there is because what they never did was cut away to a cutscene to kind of move the action along. Like one of the games I can remember specifically where I just thought this was the most egregious and they shot themselves in the foot was, I believe it was Silent Hill Homecoming. It was one of the Silent Hill games. And everything played pretty well, and this is well after Silent Hill, had kind of fallen off, but I'm, a sucker for the old days. But the only problem with it was, like, they would build this tension, but every time a new enemy would get introduced to the mix, they would cut away, take your control away, and give you a cutscene, giving you kind of this elaborate little introduction to what this enemy's about. They weren't very long, like 5-10 seconds, maybe 15 on some of the bigger monsters or whatever, but it totally broke the atmosphere because it wasn't scary. I had time to process what it was I was looking at as they were showing me this cutscene and mentally prepare myself for facing it. And it did, like the whole time, like it cut so much of the fear out of it. And that's what got me there was as I was walking up that ladder and I heard the chainsaw, I kind of just hesitated expecting a cutscene to kick in and bring Mia back into the picture. And it didn't happen. And then I realized, like, as she was cutting through the window up there, I could still move. And by the time I realized that she had jumped through and the ladder was broken and she was right on top of me, and, with one hand, also a really clever way of making combat feel like you get a gun, but, like, okay, you get a gun, by the time you get a gun, you're missing a hand. They're just, like, woohoo, I feel a little bit better about the situation, but, like, it takes a long time to reload, which I'm totally cool with. To just quell the action of the other games, because again, you add guns to a game, it's really hard not to lean on that. But again, I was wondering how they were doing it, how they were going to make it to where this wasn't a save the princess kind of story, and how they were going to take the action out of it. Well, this is one fucking way to do it: turn your girlfriend into a zombie, have her cut your hand off. How about that? I wonder if that's how they thought up too. Like, there was just sitting around a table just discussing, like, how are we going to do these things? Like, how are we going to make this not about just save the girl? How are we going to make this not an action game? What can we do? And it's just some dude in the corner like, hey, I got an idea. Why we make the girlfriend crazy and cut your hand off with a chainsaw? How you supposed to use a shotgun with one hand? How you reload a gun with one hand? It takes time. Then we can slow it down mechanically. I don't know. Really impressed so far. But yeah, quick thoughts just to add into the introspection. Now that I'm thinking about it, after a couple deaths, I may just do these, because why the hell not? I don't care. Watch them, don't watch them. Nobody watches my channel anyway. I do this for the fun of it. Blah.